stamp fans. This is Akiko Sudano from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Let me check and see how things are going here. Oh, it says I'm live. Good, I think. Good. I think I'm ready. Hi, I'm Akiko Sudano, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And today I'm going to go through the November paper pumpkin kit and show you what you get with it, and show you also some ideas of some alternative things that you can make with it. So this is the box that your paper pumpkin kit came in, and when you opened it up inside, let me make sure. Okay, good. Then you got some glue dots and some of this pretty sparkly silver twine, and a shaded spruce little mini stamping spot. Now this is ink that you can use to stamp with. Some shaded spruce ribbon, and that you can use to tie your little tags with. Some mini dimensionals so that you can pop things up, and some sequins, some iridescent white sequins and shiny silver sequins. And there's designs on the cards for the sequins. And then a little stamp set. These are the stamps. You've got let me see here. This doesn't look like it's going. Well, I can't tell if anybody has joined or where I am with this, but I'm going to go ahead and keep going. So, this says I'm live. Okay. So, anyway, this is the stamp set that it comes with. You've got lots of little photopolymer stamps, and then this little snow background here, to and from, gift for you, and this little thing. Then it also comes with a set of instructions. And these are the different tags that it creates. And here's the instruction set. Okay, and then also you've got all the elements. First of all, you've got this beautiful, gorgeous silver foil deer, and then different leaf elements, some pine sprigs, and then some holly leaves, some this gorgeous cardinal in red, and there's 9 of them. And then you've got different snowflakes that you can punch out, the small ones, and then two different sizes of larger ones, lots of different tags, and this is red circles that go behind some of the one of the designs, and then all of the different tags. You've got the red one here, and then the wooden one with the snowflakes in the back there, and then different little pieces to accent the labels that you have on your tags. I think this is more of the red one, and then you've got the sleds, and then the trees for your tree tags, and then the backgrounds for the tree tags, and then the multicolored labels there. Hi, Amy. I'm having trouble with figuring out how this is, whether or not I'm broadcasting, because my computer screen seems to be frozen, but I'm just going ahead. So if it looks like I'm frozen to you, just let me know. Thank you for joining. I loved your cards that the cards that you made with your paper pumpkin kit that you posted yesterday. So clever, so simple, and so pretty. Let's see here. So that's the kit, and then these are the cards, the tags that I made with the kit. This one uses the snowflakes, and then the red tag, and then some sequins and love and joy. And you can see how you use the shaded spruce ribbon and the silver cording. And this is the one with the pretty red cardinal, and then it uses the piece set from the thing. And then this is the gorgeous sled with that gorgeous silver foil deer. And I added some red rhinestones from the red rhinestone thing that I have in that they have in the catalog. And then here's the gorgeous tree with the snowflakes. I think I have the wrong sentiment for it, but I thought that was a good one. And then it's just tied up with the silver foil. And I love what Amy did on her post. Where she just took the cards the tags as they were, as the instructions had said to do it, and then made a card out of them. And so I would encourage you to go and look at. I shared her post on my page, so I encourage you to go look at her post and look up her blog, because if you didn't get the previous months, if you didn't get the October kit, that one that you can still make the cards that she had, but with mine, I've used some of the elements of the October kit. So you're not gonna, if you didn't get the October kit, you're not gonna be able to do that. But what I did with the October kit was these are the stamps. These are the stamps. I used the snowflake stamp. I used this season's greeting stamp, and the interior greeting where it says wishing you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year, and then of course the little cardinal in making some of the stamps that making some of the cards that I made for today. Now, also, this is the first card that I made today, and this uses everything from last month's kit, where I had seen so many cards on Pinterest where people had taken different deer, and I didn't really have deer, but I didn't really have an adequately sized deer stamp, but I think that this silver deer is perfectly sized for putting in the background of last month's paper pumpkin kit with the cards. So that's what I did here. And then I took the extra step of taking that little snowflake stamp that came in this month's kit, and then I stamped it in Delicata silver ink on the side here, because that's a pretty delicate snowfall stamp and stuff, and I thought it was pretty. I stamped that a couple of times with the sentiment and then with the cardinal and stuff. And then I found out today that the Delicata ink is sold out. So, oh, so sorry. Boo-hoo. That was a good product. Then I decided, okay, let's come up with some new stamps, and I just love that cardinal. So I came up with this card, which is a very modern card with because I felt like that cardinal was a very modern cardinal, and so I took that snowflake and I stamped it in clear from last month's card. I stamped it in clear in Versamark ink and sprinkled it with clear embossing powder. Can you see the snowflakes on the card background there? I'm not sure. There is, I think some of them as they catch the light. So the background has the large snowflakes with the stamped in clear embossing powder, and then I added just a little silver foil background, and then popped the red cardinal on top of that. And then I decided to put the sentiment on the inside, just a simple celebrate the season. So this is a clean and simple card that for those who like the modern styles, I think this would be very, very well suited for them. And I paired that with just a plain, simple white envelope. Then I also since I I love that deer so much. So I made another card with him. And this time, instead of putting him on the sled, I put him on the big red tag with the wood background. And then I also, since there's wood background there, I backed it with some Whisper White paper that was embossed with the Pinewood Planks folder. Added some more bling, added a citizen's greetings sentiment right there. And then on the inside, I used the Wishing You a Merry Christmas, the stamp set from last month. And then I added more of those snowflakes from this month's Paper Pumpkin Kit in Delicata. And then I trimmed the bottom with some of those wooden paper from the kits that they had as tags in the back of the cards there. And then I added the snowflake there. But that's another alternative for a card that doesn't use that uses some of the elements from last month's kit as well. So for today, I'm going to start with making this card with the tag. And then also, since this has got the wood elements here and the wood elements on the inside, and then the silver deer, I decided to go ahead and pair it with the silver rimmed envelopes with the wooden trim on the inside that came with last month's kit, because I thought that coordinated very nicely. So that's the first card. Actually, let's start with making this card, because this is the simplest one. This was so simple to make, and I think it really has a nice impact. Pull out all of the different elements here. So here I've already embossed the panel in clear embossing powder, and you can see that. Can you see that? So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add dimensionals to the back of this this panel, and then pop it on top of the card there. Let's go ahead and use the big dimensionals, since this is a big panel. The regular full-size dimensionals. So this morning I saw my first snow. Not very much to talk about. It was just a few snow flurries about 10:30 this morning, and then they stopped. So we didn't have to do any shoveling, but we got our snow, and I can say I saw my first snowfall for the season. Which I guess that's an accomplishment, something worth talking about. One here, one here. There we go. Press them real good. Peel off the back. So this gives just a little subtle interest to the background, and put it on a thick Whisper White card base, and you've got just a clean white greeting card. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call it either a Christmas card or a holiday card, even though I don't put a sentiment on the outside, because some people just like it that way. Oops, I think this side's a little low. There we go. I cut this one just a little smaller. Cut this one by 5 1/4 by 4, so that I have just a very tiny little rim around it. There. Okay. Now I want to add I want to go ahead and add dimensionals behind this one, the silver foil piece too. So that will pop up. So you just have basically your bird on a piece of silver foil on a snowy background with lots of texture, but not a lot of other fussy things. Save the sentiment for the inside. I like the sentiment from the, I really love the font and the sentiments, but I felt like that was just a little too curvy and fancy for a clean, modern look. So kind of center it towards the top. Just kind of eyeball it. Something like that. There we go. And then put the bird on. And I'm going to go ahead and use the glue dots because I want to make sure that once I get him on, that he doesn't slide around. Where did I put them? Here they are, right next to me here. Put that way. Put these on. Gotta get the next one. Don't want to keep these as flat as possible so that I don't add any funny bumps on the bird. He doesn't need any bumps because that'll detract from the beauty of the bird. One more right here. That's good. Use my tweezer to pick him up. And let's position him so that his tail is oh. I see. Yeah. We just had a little bit of, luckily it wasn't ice. Okay, there we go. Oh, now it's going. Huh. It's really weird. I don't understand this. My computer had gone dark, and so I jiggled the mouse a little bit, and now all of a sudden I'm seeing my video go, and I'm seeing all the comments. So I see that Amy had some ice. Goodness. We didn't have ice. It was just a little bit of snow. I think maybe I saw 4 snowflakes. And I said, okay, that counts as my first snowfall of the year. And then I'm just going to use the liquid glue to put the inside on. And I just went ahead and instead of embossing directly on the inside panel, I embossed on a separate panel. I think that way also, if I end up messing it up, then it's less that I have to end up throwing away. I don't know. Oh, I considered putting like a mat behind it, but I thought, you know what? I don't think it really needs one. That would be a little too fussy, I think, for this card. And you know what? This is not everybody's style, and I'm usually more frou-frou than a simple card like this. But I think there are some people who would really appreciate something like that. And that's it. That one is done. And then again, pair it with a plain white envelope. It's the card, and then celebrate the season on the inside in silver embossing. So that's one card. That's one card that I came up with. The next card that I came up with is a little fussier. Let's bring that out. Let's bring out the example. There we go. And all the different pieces. So this isn't actually a different piece. That's a single piece of paper with the wood tack on the inside there. Let's see. I'm going to start by adhering the embossed panel to the card front. I'm going to do that with liquid glue. And then put on the front. A little higher maybe. Got so much here. I'm not sure if I'm straight. There. This goes down a little bit. There. Okay. Now, I'll stamp the inside in a little bit. Let's see. Next, oh, I probably should have put the dimensionals on the back of the, that's a stamp piece, that's a stamp piece. Probably should have put the dimensionals on the back of the deer before I started, but I'm going to go ahead and use the mini dimensionals. Well, I'm going to use a combination of both, the mini and the full size, so that I'll use the full size for his body. And this guy just wants to be stubborn here. And I don't remember if I think I might have cut some of them up, cut some of the small ones up for his legs. Actually, let's see here. I did do that. But I'm wondering, I think I need to put some mini dimensionals behind his legs here to hold them up. But, so I'm going to cut one in half and put it behind each leg here. But I think that if let's see. There we go. There. Okay. So, put him on the tag. Pull the covers off. I posted a link earlier this afternoon for signing up for Paper Pumpkin, because I don't know if you've already signed up for Paper Pumpkin and received all of the different and received the kits, but if you haven't and you think you might be interested, I went ahead and I posted a link where you can go ahead and sign up, because I think next month, the December kit is going to be something really special, because they're doing, it's going to be all about different greetings, and the advertising is something for everything. So they're focusing it on lots of different greetings. And it's gonna have 13 different greetings, which I think is gonna be a nice little kit. And plus, I I'm a sucker for flowers anytime, and I think the flowers are pretty. So now I'm putting the stamp. So if you haven't signed up for Paper Pumpkin and you might be interested, there is a link in my posts just below this one, the post that I did just below the live section here. You can see the link, and you can go there and you can sign up, and that's the Paper Pumpkin version where you can where you can give them your card number, and then they'll bill you every month for that for your subscription. As opposed to if you go through the Stampin' Up site, then they will you can buy prepaid subscriptions, and to get to that you just have to go to my online Stampin' Up store and look up Paper Pumpkin. So I'll have links to both of those in my blog post that I follow up with this tomorrow. And then I'm getting all of these different little things. Then, so I put the shaded spruce ribbon through, and then tied it. I'm using the silver cord to tie it up and make a big loopy bow. I love the look of that, because then you just have just a touch of silver with it, and boom. And it's big and loopy and doesn't have to be, perfect. But I love the contrast with the metallic with the cotton ribbon like that. And I'm just gonna use these scissors and trim these ends so that they're a little neater. Actually, I don't think they need to be quite that long either. We'll see. There we go. There we go. So that's pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back, and I'm going to go ahead and use the big ones. I could use the mini ones too. I've been using a lot of mini dimensionals in my recent projects. Okay, so that's all ready to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and add the little holly, and I'm going to use glue dots with those. Peel the backing off. That's not cooperating very well. Put a piece of glue dot right here. Add this guy on top of him. Boom. And I'm going to add another glue dot and add the pine sprig to it. And then boom. Okay. Get it glued up for the back. Maybe a couple. Go. I'm going to hold this with the tweezers. Turn over, turn over. There we go. 1, 2. And then let's secure him to the bottom of the tag right here. Boom. There. That's good. rhinestones to get a little extra bling. 3. I think 3 holly berries are, because the rhinestones will be like holly berries, and I think 3 holly berries are always appropriate. There. And then we can go ahead and put him on, and then we'll stamp the tag, and we can add him afterwards. Pull off our covers. And put them on kind of on a diagonal. Dog hairs. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's get some stamping done. Let's stamp, and we're going to stamp with shaded spruce, because shaded spruce is this color and the color there, so that'll coordinate really nicely. And we have the Little Seasons greeting stamp, and this is one from last month's kit, and I love the font from last month's kit. So elegant and fun. Hopefully this is nice and straight and good. A little bit on the side, but that's good. And we'll get some dimensionals behind it. Now let's see here. We want to put him in between. So I think what we want to do is we want to put the dimensionals kind of on the center. Oh, there we go. Oops. Kind of on the center so that we straddle his legs. There, we've got 2 of them here. And yeah, make sure we're and in this one too, I think we can put it high enough so that it covers up some of the glue dots that we trimmed before, and it'll be fine. So then it's like, do we do it so that it's even with the deer, or do we do it even with the card? And I think I like it like this, so that the tag is on a angle, and all the elements of the tag are on the angle too. There. That's good. All right. Now done with that one. So let's stamp the greeting. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Kind of check it for centering. I think that New Year doesn't look green enough. There we go. That looks better. Such a pretty green. I love this shaded spruce. And then let's add a little cardinal, just so we have a little touch of red. I'm doing this in Poppy Parade, just on the end here. Good. Just to get a little bit of red that will coordinate with the red on the front, the card front. Let's see here. Oops. More dimensional covers. Then we will add glue for the back. And position it on the inside of the card here. There. Okay. So I don't know if that's real red. I think that's real red, and it's a subtle difference between the Poppy Parade and real red. But there you go. Did I get everything? I think so. But you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to find those sequins and add some sequins to the back here. I'm going to use the silver sequins. I think that one of the problems is you have to say enough. But I do like it. Let's see, right up here. Excuse me. So that will be our trio. 1, 2, 3 there. So we'll just add 2 sequins. I'm going to do the same to this guy. What I did before. There we go. Yeah. I'm happy with that. So there are the cards for today's project. The deer and the cardinals made with the November paper pumpkin kit, and just and then a couple of extra supplies. But there you go. I hope you liked it, and I encourage you, do check out Amy's cards also. I posted her link yesterday, and you can follow her link to her blog, and you can see the cards on her blog, because she did another thing, which I think is also very good, which is great if you don't have the October kit, because there are a lot of elements in the cards that I made today that needed the elements from the October kit as well. But thank you very much for joining me, and if you're interested, you can contact me. If you're interested in learning more about Paper Pumpkin, feel free to contact me, and have a great week, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. And I'll see you guys next Sunday for maybe one of the last Christmas cards of the season. So take care, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.